Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, boys and girls. How are we all doing today? Excellent. Excellent. That is excellent to hear. That is excellent to see. Everyone's being so nice and open minded and happy. Yeah, good. uh, well, yeah, at least I feel good. Um, yes, I'm still on Twitch. Well, it's because what's his face still is banned, isn't he? Yeah, regardless, I'm still on Twitch and everywhere else it seems. Yeah, basically. Shall we just get right into it? Uh, yeah, I mean, I guess the question that was raised was whether I would just do squirrels for the rest of my life. I honestly, I personally, I would have fun just doing it for myself. So yeah, yeah. The answer is yeah, yeah. I would. Well, but okay. So today is different. Today there is a very good reason for it. As I have unfortunately mentioned on the Discord that unfortunately, perhaps or perhaps fortunately, uh, perhaps fortunately, I reinstalled my computer, but I didn't reinstall my composition software. And I have no idea which one it was. I think it was called MuseScore, but I will actually have to look into it to re-find it. So I thought, instead of just not streaming tonight or streaming some random video game that I'm not even interested in. Ooh, the moon is pretty. Ignore me. Well, the moon is sort of half hiding behind some clouds, and they're very thin clouds. So it ends up being very, very beautiful. Yeah. Anyway, so the point remains. We're actually going to just continue finishing up the 3 days that are remaining. Not 3 days. The three parts that are remaining for our Squirrels at War story. But before that, I thought that's the squirrel part is going to go quite quickly. I thought I'd show you today's study in space that I made, and I personally I really like this. So I think yeah, because it's technically been said already. A lot of people look at it and go, look, it's a mountain, it's a mountainscape, and that is really all I wanted to convey with this, right? Like that it is a mountainscape, and it is I should use this feature more often. That actually looks really good, right? Maybe not this one. Let's return this one to. Let's return this skew to 0. Oh, but like some of these background mountains could skew just a little, like that. And by skewing them, like we're actually like making the scenery more dynamic, right? That's nice. Like I've already published the original version, so I'm not going to like actually change it, but that's nice. Um, I'll save it like this though. And yeah, exactly. These just show water, right? And it's actually really interesting to me that we can just demonstrate that water like this. We could even, oh, let's see if we convert that to curves, and then we drag. No, we don't drag this out. We drag this and this way. Add another one like that. Ooh, look at that! Isn't that pretty? Yeah, we'll have to experiment with this going. Excellent. Thank you guys for helping me discover this, even though you did none of the work. Well, I mean, you didn't, right? All you guys were doing were sitting in the Discord, having your what was it? What was it? Having your tequila shots and like making fun of me. And coincidentally, can I just say, how is it that everybody has tequila? There are like 75 of you in the chat right now. How did you all get, like, obviously none of it's statistically unlikely that all of you have tequila in your room, first of all. Especially I know who you are, so I know that there's not a well, I mean, I know most of I don't. Yes, exactly, exactly. But like, it's statistically just unlikely that all of you have tequila. So what is it? Did you just like, are you guys like fermenting revolution somewhere? Anyway, let's get started. Yes, I realize it's been 6 minutes. I mean, what else are we gonna do, right? Like, it's more fun like this because it's essentially just a nice evening and we're just having a nice chat. Oh, that's not the right one. Excuse me. That's the one I want. Yeah, so we are going to continue this. Well, it is a pretty big war, right? And I have actually started soliciting some advice on other cities to use, because this war is pretty grinding. So it's like there is no end in sight. So I might want to like just take a break from it occasionally to try something else that is like a shorter campaign that has a beginning, a middle, and an end, right? And that's why I also labeled it Squirrels at War London as opposed to just Squirrels at War. So anyway, we are going to introduce another division here, and we're going to turn this into 66. Yes. This is going to be the 36th division. This is going to be this. Excellent. So this 36th is also going to is also being earmarked for the breach, we should say. So these two guys are up here. We'll have that arrow going in that direction. Let's start here then. So this, nothing happened here, nothing happened here. To have this go in this direction. This go in this direction. So a lot of things have happened actually on this side. The 30 has retreated to this point. This. And this, yes. And then we're going to have this kind of like open space here. With the 15th division, with the 15th division now sort of trying to stop this southern breakthrough. There's actually no forces down here, right? So it's trying to do this. And it's also like elements of the division are starting to garrison this particular fortress. Blah on this side. So let's move this 1, 2, 3. These, oops. Come on. These guys go over here. Down like that. these two. Oops. Do I sound like I'm talking to myself? Well, that's because I am, because you guys don't give me any good information. Right? Let's be completely honest about it. Like, you guys aren't exactly very involved in the creation of this particular mixed media storytelling. Right? So the 6 cards, we have essentially the 9th. Ooh, bad. We essentially have the 9th division holding most of this line. The 6 cards has, you know, probably 2 brigades on this side, 1 brigade on this side, and so it's really between the 61st and the 2 combat engineers that are pushing this downwards. I'm going to change this as well, because there's been material change that pushes this in this direction. No, hold on. Like this, and then like this. Excellent. So the 19th has, with the help of the 61st, what am I saying? 61st division has crossed over London Fenchurch Station. So, you know, the 61st has a much smaller area now that the 19th is across in force. And that in turn has created, it's created some changes, material changes in this direction, like this. Trinity Square, can you imagine? Can you imagine Trinity Square Gardens just overrun by squirrels? I love that. I love that. Like, it is such a powerful well, exactly, right? Exactly. Like all those posh pretenders that are like, oh, not like that. We'll have this, and then we'll draw a new line. That pretend that, oh, they're so cultured by actually showing up and doing some stuff over there. Just completely overrun with squirrels. It's such a great image. Not gonna lie. So the 40th is now sort of over here, and because the 40th is over here, it has essentially already crossed the Minories line, and so between the 40th and 31st, this rare of the technocracy is not doing very well, right? Like, even the 31st, it doesn't actually have to do anything, it just has to apply passive pressure. In this case, you can almost think of it as a an army in being type yeah, right, because so in the past we would have a concept that's called fleet in being, and the point was the simple fact that the fleet existed meant that your enemies had to build to counter it, and therefore they would have to put resources, like they would have to put resources outside of where your strength lay. And, you know, like, a whole bunch of arguments back and forth on whether, for example, in the First World War, or even the Second World War, whether battleships like the Bismarck in Second World War and Tirpitz were considered like more fleet in being battleships as opposed to, you know, actually kind of useful stuff, because especially the Tirpitz, it never really engaged anything, and it was still considered one of the most powerful battleships of the time. And it's, you know, like, from a purely technological standpoint, I would say it was tragic, right? It was tragic that well, I mean, obviously not being used meant there were a lot more Allied soldiers that were saved. So I mean, I can not really complain about that. So, but from a pure technological standpoint, it is a beautiful ship. It is designed, it was designed to fight the last war, unfortunately. So, let us finish this day. So, with this has happened, the counterattacks haven't really worked. The 34th Division is now here, but it is fairly well defended by the 6 guards, who have taken up very strong positions on these buildings, so that even if the squirrels try to cross, it's not something that it's not something that's easy to do, right? You can certainly, there's enough firepower there to stop it. So the 10th Corps really is just, it's a way of delegating from the Second Army, because the Second Army itself is being stretched quite thin between, well, the Pomeranians are part of the army group, but still. So let's go north. This is what's happening. We will do this. We'll have the second. We'll have first. Oops. They're still going down there. Thatcher himself is moving in this direction. Hold on. Let me just double check my notes, because I think there was something else that was supposed to go on here. I'm fairly certain there was supposed to be a division that was pulled off the southern front. Let me just double check my notes. 40th. Okay, so the 31st goes here. And so that should definitely then slow down this particular attack, because suddenly the 52nd Corps is down to two formations, right, between the 19th and the 31st. So the 40th is going in this direction. We'll have a movement arrow. Let's put that in. 40th Division is being pulled in this direction, and that just means that it doesn't mean that this attack down here is going to end with no results. It just means that there's not going to be a full compression of the Third Army past Tower Bridge. So, like, we have seen that these two lines are probably where the Technocracy and the Collective will stop, and we'll most likely see something along like the Byward Street and probably here, where the Collective also can stop. But then that means a collapse in the lines, enough for some forces to be fed northwards. So this is going in this direction. It's not so bad. The question was whether I think this is just completely out of my mind. No, I don't particularly think so. I think it's actually quite interesting in a lot of ways, because, well, so not only really are we exploring military capabilities, right? We're also really thinking about sort of what it means to, well, I mean, I'm thinking about it. I don't know whether you guys are thinking about it, but like what it means to fight, what kind of fight is to happen. And if you guys read the battle reports, I have for a while now included sort of ideas, not ideas, what am I saying? No, they're not really, I wouldn't consider them ideas, but rather thoughts from various commanders about what their goal is, why they want to do it, that kind of thing. And I think it's worth a look. Honestly, I do. Oh, what happened here? So that doesn't need to exist. There we go. Excellent. So the 28th has sort of lodged itself in this position. The 25th can probably cover until the what is this line? This is the Whitechapel. Yes, excellent. Is it Whitechapel? Fenchurch? Yeah. And then the 28th can probably cover somewhere down here, and then it's up to the Pomeranian Corps. So each Pomeranian Corps has has 3 Pomeranian brigades. And so if you do the math, it essentially means that each corps has the fighting power of a single division, but it is a lot quicker. It's a lot more mobile. So you can think of it almost as almost but not really as motorized infantry. So in history, this was something that is that remains very, very little. No, I shouldn't say that. It isn't clear to me why dragoons were so undervalued. Because to me, dragoons are, at least from sort of a modern combat perspective, dragoons and motorized infantry well, I mean, to me, they're basically motorized infantry, and motorized infantry are exceptionally powerful, right? So it's not immediately clear to me why they were quite so they weren't quite so used. Like the only thing that comes to mind is perhaps that they weren't as sexy as hussars, right? And one of the answers I got, which I think makes a lot of sense, is that hussars were sort of sold historically as, you know, this very, very stylish, very, very, yeah, very stylish and very, really, if we should say, very I can't find the word off my tongue. It's no, I don't have a speech language pathology. No. Like the hussars are sorry, no, not, yeah, hussars were sold as being very, very stylish and very, very handsome, whereas dragoons weren't. Dragoons were sold sort of as being very dour and very shall we say, like, very okay, yeah, no worries, just a text. So dragoons were sold as not being very, very handsome. So obviously, like, there's culturally already a big difference between those. So what I'm interested in is actually whether that how do we say, whether that was culturally implied, right? Like what came first, the dourness of the dragoons or the portrayal of the dourness of the dragoons? Because that obviously has a very big effect on society itself, right? So if it was the latter, then yeah, we'll just blame it on culture and move on, even though it's kind of tragic, right? Because and I mean, I got some good answers on why. So when I asked this question in a forum, I got some very good answers as to why dragoons were not used. Uh, but like it's not convincing to me. Like I still feel like there is huge potential to dragoons that mean they should be used, and the fact that they weren't is still kind of it's just kind of weird, if that makes sense. There's nothing here. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you can move your army wherever you want it to go, then why wouldn't you like take advantage of that, right? And so it's weird. Let's see. There's no counter-attacking potential here. 6 core like this, but there is counter-attacking potential here. So there's going to be a big counter-attack that comes out of this area. There we go. There we go. And because technically the combat engineers are being suppressed by the artillery now, with sort of attacking potential on all sides of the front, and the 4th Guards having sort of been led a little bit by the 2nd Division, it's time to try to remove this once again. And so this goes away. This goes away. And these 2 combat engineers have shrunk dramatically. This has shrunk. I will also shrink the ones on the bottom. And they're being pulled back to reorganize. The 7th Guards essentially places itself here. So we have 3 divisions on this end. Goes up a little. This is the difference between armies, 3rd and 2nd. No, the 7th gets pulled back as well. Reserve, and to just, you know, be a little bit and to recover, because the 7th took a lot of damage. Blah blah blah. Here, 36th. Send that to the very bottom. And now we come to here, and this is now a dangerous point for red, at least. Oh, the entire thing can go away. I don't like that. Excellent. So we should. I'm going to remove a lot of this, and then I'm going to redraw it, because essentially the point is this is the separation between the 54th and 57th Corps. This line needs to be I'll just delete these guys. Like this, not like that. And let's see, that's 1, that's 2. Let me just add in the red for here. So the poor 3rd, oops, move that away first. Send it to the very bottom. So the poor 3rd Guards Division is now sitting in a pocket on very uncomfortably, like this. So that goes here, that goes there. It's a very shallow pocket, mind you, right? Like, it is, like, there's very little that's sort of keeping the 3rd Guards away from. Oh no, we shouldn't. We should take all of these and delete them. And I'll just redraw that. 1, 2, 3. Change the color. Excellent. So the third guards is being stuck in there, and then I'll do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's that. And we want it to. No, not yet. What am I saying? This should be here. There we go. There we go. And now it's the turn of the 33rd Division to actually attack into this direction, and of the 11th to attack in this direction. So the 11th is sitting here. It's sitting at the exit, sort of blocking the 3rd guards from moving. The 5th is sitting sort of in here. Let's place it there. And it's actually, hold on. Let's see if I can place it up. Let me do this. There we go. So the 5th is now sitting comfortably in here, and it's attacking into this direction. And so obviously the point is, these 4 divisions split between the 9th Corps and 4th Corps are attacking it towards the west to cut off the 3rd guards to make sure that nothing happens to that. So we should actually, let's see, what is this height? Let's bind that 65. 65. So the 2 combat engineering formations are being drawn southwards. That's a good point, actually. It was just pointed out to me that I should standardize the width of my core level formations, and I think we'll set them at 60, actually. 60 sounds like a nice number, simply because they are like, we'll do 60 for these. We'll do what are you? You're 95. Let's do 90 for army level. 60. Oof. Let's have a width of 200 army group. 90 for army level. 60 for army level. Army corps level. 60. 1, 2. I wonder if I can do this. No, I cannot. Okay. So 60. Yeah, that makes a little bit more sense. Because they were growing bigger and bigger just because I stopped thinking about it. What's army level? Army level is 90, so this should be 90. Oops. And this should also be 90. These are nicely already 90. And then this should be 200. Oh. Excuse me. Is my army group? It is that. Okay. So then we'll import this. Just want to double check. First army is like that as well. Okay. The first army group is like that as well. Have I really been doing? Oh my god. Okay. You guys need to remind me of this in the future. Because I'm just all over the place, it seems like. east. East. This should be 200. Excellent. These guys I've already... Oh, I thought I did. 75. Excellent. What were these? 60, right? Yes. I mean, yeah, you kind of are here to watch me do bureaucracy, aren't you? 200. No, let's set these to 250. Just so they're a little bit bigger. Well, the point is that it needs to stand out if someone's looking at the map, right? So it needs to stand out. That's army level is 90. 90. This should be 60. 60. 60. 90. 60. Oops. Can you imagine 690? Oh my god. 90. I thought you guys liked watching, listening to me count. Yes. Should be just a little bit bigger. Excellent. 9's third. Oh, oops. Oh, oops. Did nobody really warn me about this? How you guys didn't warn me about this, did you? Why would you? Oh, let's see, 8th core, River Spring, blah blah, 9th core, 9th core. Okay, so this must then be 11th core. Where's 10th? 10th does 10th. So this must be 11th. Can you guys like warn me in the future? Of course you couldn't. Why do I even bother asking? See? Exactly. Exactly. So 11. Let's change it in the document as well. So part of Field Marshal. Elm's 11th Corps. There we go. Nothing happened. All good. All good. So I think we're done with the second part of this day. The combat engineers. Oops. Combat engineers are on their way south. 7th Guards has been pulled back for healing. There's a renewed attack in this direction. There's just spoiling attacks in this direction. 2 divisions are coming in this direction. There's another one there. This is at 66. Excellent. That's going that way. That's going that way. Excellent. Okay, good. Let's move on to the next part of the day. Oh, so that's why you guys have tequila. Okay, well, I'll be honest, I can't say that I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm not at all surprised. I'm just not sure what I can do for you. If that makes sense. Yeah, cause it's like I'm happy for you guys to have a drinking game. Yes, exactly. So this has pushed this back. Oh, I didn't standardize the these guys, did I? What is their width? 65. 65. That's okay. I'm not going to go back and fix it. I actually don't think it needs fixing because it's probably linked. So if I look at it here, oh, they do need fixing. Well, too bad. These are 65. No, 62. 65. What you? 66. 65. Excellent. Okay. So combat engineers have dug into this area. There has been a breakthrough into. Let's move this down. Let's move this down here. There's been a breakthrough over into this area. Like that. Yes. And so like this. And down to this end. 19th has come down into this direction. The 24th is going to retreat the very next turn because it is, right now, this is already a very dangerous position, so they should really be consolidating south of the Tower Hill line. Oh, all these emails. Oh, good. Just gonna pretend I'm asleep. Oh, I can't because you're. Oh my god, you're on that email list. One of our boys is on an email list that I just got. Well, on a discussion. So just give me 1 second. Let me just real quick mark it as read. There we go. See, you could tell me that you don't and that you're not going to tell them, but given that you're also a big stinking cheater, I am not sure if I should believe you or not. Yes. No. I'm certainly not sure. The 8th. So we can see that the Third Army is getting compressed pretty badly. They're not going to be compressed just down to the tower. That would be ridiculous. Probably along this line, with this sort of being no man's land, and then something over here. We're actually gonna move that like this. Okay. Oh, did these not get? Oh, these didn't get updated. 60. Okay. I'm not going to bother with that. Everything else got updated though, right? Yeah. Okay. So it's just artillery left. I'm not going to do artillery. But I guess in that case we'll do these. Oops. And then these are 65. Just double checking, they are 65. Oh, why are you 66? What just happened? Oh. 65. There we go. 65. Okay. Okay, we're good. So we're gonna have this. These guys are good. There is no real good attacking point here. This actually goes away. Keep pressing the wrong button. Okay. So 35 is going in this direction. 36 is going in this direction. We need one more. So just double checking, we have one core, the 7th core. So 7th headquarters should be in here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And this should be the 37th. These guys should be blue. Excellent. And what should this width be? 70 sounds like a good width, doesn't it? I'm not gonna change any of them. I'm just gonna change new ones to 70. Remind me. Actually, don't even bother. I don't think anyone will remember. So this goes back to 33. This goes to 100. We're not expecting too much from here, actually. Yeah, simply because it's not reasonable really to expect that much. Like there are like security elements and stuff that are over there, but that's not really like the point. So the 40th is moving up like this. Excuse me. Oof. Did you make them send that twice just so you could annoy me? Please tell me yes. Because if you say no, that will be even more disappointing. Well, it's true. Like if you say no, I'll be quite a bit more disappointed. Because that means they weren't listening at all. Okay, good. Thank you. Oh, please don't start. If you were lying to me, that's fine. I'll just pretend I don't know that you're lying to me. Is Thatcher doing anything about this? No. Or reasons that are kind of obvious to him, and actually to me as well. The idea being that the technocracy simply doesn't have enough forces to sustain a long southern thrust like this. And his point is that by the time these guys get down here, he'll have extra formations free that he can use to throw against this, in addition to his own reinforcements. And so then it becomes really simple, right? Because suddenly you have a huge advantage in manpower. You have basically still okay supply coming in this direction, and so like he's just going to essentially trade space for time. Yeah, exactly. Like it's very much a doctrine that's sort of taken very historically, or no, not historically, taking a lot of inspiration from historical factors, if we can put it that way. So that's that. The second Pomeranian. Currently there's not really a good like. So this would be a blue line. This would probably be a blue line, and perhaps one here. Second Pomeranian has moved into this sort of place. That goes on top. Excellent. So the 40th is now sitting somewhere in here. It's sort of it's split up into a lot of smaller elements in an attempt to stop this. And keeping in mind, right, like this looks like it's a big formation because it's got the core Army Corps level what am I saying? Army Corps level designation, but it's really only got the firepower of a single division, so it's not that powerful. Like it's certainly not as powerful as, say, 2 regiments of artillery just like pounding on. So this will come here. This will go away. And so you can kind of see what's going on, right? Like, because the ninth has been able to sort of push itself in this direction with the help of the artillery, it is able to take over a lot of these. It is able to take over some of these the defensive lines here, and that's partially why the artillery haven't moved along with the front. Simply because it's a little bit easier to hold if you can stop counterattacks with your artillery. 8th is here, 25th, 28th. And so we're going to start seeing sort of a salient develop here next turn with the arrival of how many? 3. Oh no, 2.5. Well, one combat engineer ready, and 2 divisions, and that'll sort of like slot in on this end, and they'll try to attack, cut this off. It's not gonna work, etc., etc. Okay, let's just double check difference between here and there. So this is good. 35 has moved on, 36 has moved on, these 2 have moved on, 28 has moved. Oh, 28 hasn't moved as far as I need it to. It should be down here. Right, like the goal of the Pomeranian forces aren't really to hold a line. Right, like they're not line infantry. They're used to really like using them as skirmishers, as not only skirmishers, but also like rapid advance, take territory, and wait for the infantry. Not even wait, but like support. Allow the infantry to fill in the gap that was torn open by your motorized forces. Now, I'm not sure I agree with the first Pomeranian going in this direction, because, you know, the headquarters are right here. Obviously, they don't know that. Second army itself must move in this direction a little bit. But really, for this offensive, it's all up to our friend General Elm, right? And he's sort of made the battle plan, and he gave the Pomeranian forces leeway to choose where they would want to go once they're here. So they're looking for targets of opportunity, and they're attacking wherever they're going. So let's just finish the rest of this day. There's no big change in this direction. There is some change here with this pulling back. Yes. Like this. Oops. Like that. Excellent. So, is this 5? This is supposed to be 5. So then we'll have one here, and then this will come down in this direction. Excellent. How many times have I said excellent? Are you guys actually keeping count? Because I don't believe you guys are keeping at this rate. No, like half of you are so drunk I don't even recognize you anymore. Which means, you know, like it actually kind of means a lot, because it means you guys are actually doing it, which is both kind of cool and also kind of sad. I will say it, like, fellas, come on. Half of you are married. Are you sure you want your wife to see you like this? Your wives to see you like this? I mean, if you put it that way, okay, I don't really have much to say about it. Yeah, you do you, bro. The 23rd comes in this direction, the attack keeps going in this direction. There is the remainder of the Deutsche Bank. Deutsche Bank. Building that got taken back. So it looks like this. Looks like that. Come on, where's my second division? I need to sneeze, but I can't. That's one of the most annoying things. Okay, that's good. Have I really like spent so long doing nothing and like am now in the process of not being able to do even 3 of these days, 3 of these things in a single. Oh my god! No, I'm gonna finish this. Okay, I don't care. I'm going to finish this. No, that doesn't work. So we delete that. That doesn't work. It ends up looking something like this. God damn it, guys. Do you really need me to read that right now? Why are you doing? Oh, you're drunk. Okay. Okay. All right, bro. All right, bro. I'll forgive you. It's just like I don't think you need to, man. So between these two, actually these attacks are now gone. They're actually just completely gone because they're not necessary. The 11th really holds this building, so like the 54th can't really charge into it, and the 3rd guards can't really escape out of it. So we should do it like this. Actually, we should do it like this. Like that. Between these two, we have squeezed the 33rd division back into this area. Actually, that means I can delete this. Excellent. Can I delete this? No, but we'll do it anyway. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. And then there's 3, and then 1, 2 in the nice dark blue. 1, 2. Excellent. Oh, I forgot the one on the southern tip. So this goes like this. These 3 all disappear. Actually, this one disappears too. And then the 5th is now in this direction. And there are now concentric attacks on the 3rd guards from basically every angle. And I'll add another one here, so that it's decisive. You can see everything on top of is the 9th Corps, everything on the bottom is the 4th Corps, and then they're just reducing the pocket of the 3rd Guards Division now. Unfortunately, it means that the combat engineers have actually gotten here too late. They were originally going to use, actually they can still do that. Take that off. You gotta feel bad for Hardbark, man. Like he tries so hard, but like it's just not working in his favor. It really isn't, right? Like he's just like the poor boy. He's trying so hard, but oh, and need to bring the third back here, and we actually need to give it one of these. It's been an hour. I really want to finish this. So we're just gonna, like, you guys are free to go. I'm gonna finish this, and the broadcast is gonna go until I finish the last of this. So yeah, by all means, go away. It's up here. 9 like that, and good. Just checking everything is moved. These guys have moved. Front has moved, and these guys haven't moved. That's as they should be. 25, 25, 28, 25 should be slightly lower. Probably down here actually, because the 9th has completely cleared this, right? So there's no reason why the 25th can't actually just cross directly over and actually present a more reasonable, shall we say, reasonable front line in this direction. And indeed, that's what they're doing. Okay, excellent. Excellent. So let's real quick get D out of the way. No, not 20D, O2D. And we shall start by having the 35th division essentially be here for reasons that will become self-evident quite soon. So the 36th has moved here, and it is moving in this direction. 37th is up here. These attacks have failed. First Pomeranian is crossed Prescott Street, and it is now going in this direction. 24th has actually done that. What a floaty front line this is. It's time for us to make it prettier. Oh my god, why are you? Must you, man? The 31st has moved up in this direction. The 19th is itself sort of just left as protection. The 15th has stopped this, the 30th is here, the 16th has come down to this point, and I just need to clean up. So this has gone here. Oops. And then done that. And that's mostly all of the 30th. There we go. Excellent. So this disappears. Like, you gotta feel bad for our friend, General Lloyd George. His divisions have been pulled north one after another. Luckily, of course, they remain under the command of the 52nd, but that doesn't really mean much. At least not in these terms. So this I'm okay with doing that. So this comes down to here. This comes down to here. '61st. Obviously now this front line looks a little bit weaker, but it's actually not that much weaker because these lines are fairly easy to defend. First of all, so you have two divisions on here on easy to defend lands. Like that's no man's land, right? And so this here is there's still some fighting going on here. So the 15th itself is not free to actually do anything. In fact, the 30th is also not really free to do anything. So the 301st it can still do some damage. These two, they could cross if they really wanted to. It would be difficult. Well, it wouldn't be too difficult, but it would still be, you know, relatively relatively difficult. So that gets deleted, and we want two divisional icons. So 1, 2, and 1 combat engineer. There we go. So that can go away, and then we're looking at 63, I believe. No, we have 63. Yeah, so then it's 64 and 65. 64. And this is 70. 70? Are these guys 70? 70, excellent. 64 and 65. 65. Oh, wrong color. Ah. And then this is 70. And then this should be the 506. Relax, we're almost done. 506. What did I call them? E506, okay. E506. Make them as wide as that. Oops, no. X this, X back. X that. Excellent. And then this should be 65. Excellent. So there is these two formations along with a combat engineering regiment. Forgot their corps command. 1 second. They are going to be part of the 60th, I believe. Yes, 60th corps. 60th. Go here. Not you. Excellent. And then core was 60, I believe. Yes. Slightly too big. Reduce that just a little. Good job. 60 core, and yes, this is one big attack. So they are attacking in this direction. However, because the 35th has arrived essentially just in time, we're actually not going to see the effects of this quite so hard. But that doesn't mean it's not going to happen, just that it won't have any great final effects on the attack itself. So, the second Pomeranian. hasn't managed to. No, it has. What am I saying? Of course it has. But it hasn't crossed that much, which means it was a waste of Pomeranian resources because you're treating your mobile infantry like if you use your motorized infantry like you would just leg infantry, then there's no point, right? Like you might as well just not raise the dogs because dogs are expensive. Well, they are, right? Like dogs are expensive, so if you're gonna use this as a single division and then just like create some mess here, it doesn't really help as much as you want it to. Let's just double check. These guys have moved on. The 28th actually has moved on. The 25th is down here. So the 28th has come to establish itself, both east and westwards. We'll add one over there like that. Excellent. Let's put the 35th here. Excellent. 2 more coming in that direction. Good. Nothing's happening on this front. There is movement here in that is retreating. That. Oof. Come on. Go to the bottom. There. This has retreated. This is completely retreated. And so has this. The headquarters have gone back in there. Okay. So let's redo this line. If we were to redo this line, it should look something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like right here. And then start here. Go across like that. Excellent. Okay. To the very bottom. This is gone. This is gone. And we'll just redraw the blue line and then we'll almost be done. This has to be blue. This line is gone. So both of these artillery regiments are on sort of need more time to move. So this is, oops, go to the back. So like even though the attack continues, it continues in very much a more, why do I keep clicking on those? It only continues really in spirit as opposed to oops. So all of the third corps. Oh, what happened? Let's put that here. So funnily enough, the third corps, which formed the center that made up the Fourth Army, is now actually the one that has the least formations. Well, it just happens, right? Like once, like you cannot keep, like you cannot let the desire to maintain some sort of old glory overwrite your the necessity of the situation, and so that's why the 21st got pulled into the 11th. Yeah, right, because the 3rd used to be these 4 divisions. It got split in half, and then the 11th took on the 21st, it just kind of makes sense that way. This should go to 5. This should go to 5. Those guys have moved, right? Yes. And so now we're talking this. Guys, are you still sending? Bro, forgive me. just like give me a. I didn't read the email. No, should I? Oh, I'll do it after this. I'll do it after this. Just let me be. So the extent of it north has disappeared. I'm going to draw a simpler one down in this direction. It'll be properly blue. And so the third guards is basically gone, right? It's being attacked from both sides. Like where we still, the 54th has sort of tried to reorganize one last attempt, but I don't think it'll work. So both, actually, from here, the 33rd Division and the 8th are attacking along the Queen Victoria line, but that just gives the 22nd Division like room to sort of push down in this area. Okay, I think that's actually it. Yeah, I think we're good. Those things are taken care of. 30. Oh wait, no. Really? Oh no, 35 was here. Excellent. Yes. 35, 25, 28. That's taking care of the first Pomeranian, second Pomeranian. Oh wait, hold on. This was like this already. First Pomeranian now down here. So we should do something like this. 31st managed to establish itself on this end, and it is going to just hold the hold the first Pomeranian now here. That should be blue, and then we're going to have essentially what amounts to be a block on this south by just security formations. And security elements are, you know, they're fine. They can hold a tunnel, and because there's very little other, yeah, like these two are tunnels. This isn't. We talked about this last time. And so as long as security elements hold this, it's added security elements. Infantry. Oh, you know what? That's fine. Put it like this. It looks funny, but it's fine. One.sec security regiment. Oh, wrong color. Excellent. Yes, I'm hurrying. Relax, bro. Just relax, man. It's okay. So the security elements are holding that, so it's basically fine. There is very little, like there are still security elements here. There's security elements there. Essentially, wherever we see a front line like this is where there are forward elements that can be that can actually fight. So there's none here, but that's fine because the 28th Division has moved into this area. There's enough here. There's none here yet, but that's fine because the first Pomeranian is in that area. And we're good. Okay. It's, wow, an hour and 20 minutes. Oops. But It was fun for me. And apparently, like, yeah, I don't even know what to say because half, not even half, like 3/4 of my Discord is drunk. I I I see a lot of them on a separate channel actually, like just, and I bet if I switch into it, they're actually just in the middle, just like drunkenly yelling at how much I suck. But that's fine. That's that's what I'm here for. Well, in conclusion, then, let's just end it here today. Thank you guys very much for watching. As always, it's a pleasure. I really very much enjoy. I mean, do I? Yeah, I kind of do. I do kind of enjoy the Discord because they're, you know, they're just boys and girls. So I'm not sure I want to. I mean, if you really want to transcribe, by all means, but we'll do it off stream because then I can actually do other stuff at the same time. Good. Good. Okay. Thanks again, guys. Oh yes. Download Firefox. Don't do Chrome. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday, right? Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.